Hey, what's going on, everybody? Danny back with my RSD finds from 2022. So I am a week and 2 days late, day late and dollar short. Originally I'd filmed this and I had only been able to listen to one record. So, a lot of them are colored and I don't like talking about my finds until I've listened to them, just to give you kind of my opinion. So I filmed it, and like a couple days later, I wasn't happy with it, and I was able to listen to everything. So I just scrapped it, starting from scratch. So let's start with Alice in Chains. I was able to come up with Alice in Chains, We Die Young. Now, originally, I believe this was released as a demo, and it's been finally pressed on vinyl, as you hear. Black vinyl, there's nothing really special to it, other than it hasn't been officially released before. And it's just 3 songs. I guess it's considered an EP, but I don't know, I thought you had to have at least 5 songs to have an EP, but whatever. It's good. Originally when Alice in Chains came out, I wasn't a huge fan. I was kind of out of that metal stage, but I've grown to appreciate and like their music. And this is a Record Store Day exclusive. I'm not sure what the hell that means anymore. I don't know. I'm assuming they'll probably re-release this, I guess. Who knows? But they released 1,400. Is it 1,400 or 14,000? Probably 14,000 of these. Because I've seen plenty of these copies at other record shops, so it's probably around 14,000, give or take. But yeah, I definitely recommend this. It's really good. Like I said, I can appreciate their music now. So it's got We Die Young as the title track, It Ain't Like That, and Killing Yourself. So there you go. So that's that. And the next thing I came across, which was on my list, was The Cure, Pornography. And I don't know, I think this is like their fourth or fifth album. I guess I should have done my homework, but I know that they pressed 9,000 of these. Again, this is a Record Store Day exclusive, and they've been doing these goddamn picture discs, but I don't know. I went ahead and got it since I have some of the other previous Record Store Day releases, and I'm starting to build my collection. Obviously, I did not have this. Well, I guess you could still have it and get the picture disc if you wanted, but it's a good album. I can't even read the goddamn words on here because it's too dark in my room, but I think the Garden is one of them that was like the hit off this album. But good album. I would definitely recommend it. Even though it's picture disc, I thought it still sounded really good. I know that in the past, picture discs were notorious for sounding like shit, but I thought it sounded just fine. So that was second on my list. Actually, I don't know, it's probably a little bit further, but this was kind of high on my list, is The Damned. So another Record Store Day exclusive, and this was, I think, 1,800 copies of this. This was a bit harder to find. I only own one record from them, so I'd like to build that collection, and I figured this was a good start. I'd never heard this album before, and it's not bad. It's probably, they're an English punk band, at least is what they started out as, the same time as the Sex Pistols and the Clash. And the early stuff definitely sounds punk, but they kind of gradually moved to that goth sound, if you will, or I almost think it sounds, I don't want to say new wave, but they went definitely from punk to a different type of sound, which it's cool. I think this is probably about where it is definitely kicking in on this album, but I thought it was pretty good. And the selling point on that one is that it is colored and scratch and sniff record sleeve. Actually smells like a strawberry. It's like when we were kids and had those stupid stickers, but pretty good. Happy that I found that. And let's see, this was definitely high on my list because I know my shop only had one, and which was kind of funny because I got woken up around 5:30. I didn't get woken up; I'd already been up and was getting ready to head down there. It's over an hour ways from where I live, and previous last couple of years I've been getting there 4 in the morning, sometimes earlier. I think it just depended, but the last few times I've been there and people weren't showing up till like 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'm waiting there for hours and just wasting my time. And so I figured I'm not going to do it this year. I'm going to go there a little bit late. And one of my friends texts me and says he was there at 4 and there was already someone who camped out. And within the time he got there, another 12 people showed up. So I went to a different store and I looked for a couple items that he needed. I knew that my store had this. So we made a little trade. But yeah, this is the Muffs, and this is new improved Kim Shattuck demos. So I guess it's, what is it? It was, okay, first ever release of demos recordings for the Muffs album. Really, really happy, which I believe is her last album. She passed away a couple years ago from cancer, I believe, and so they decided to put out the demos to that album. And it's for demos, I mean, my God, it sounded really good, and really happy to get this. I don't own anything from the Muffs. This is the first one I've used to have one of their CDs a long time ago, and at their first album, and it's something I'd like to start collecting. So here's where I started. I would recommend this. They're kind of a punky, poppy band. Again, they've evolved. If you compare their first album to this, it's I guess you'd say not as punky, maybe, I don't know, but really good. I definitely recommend it. She had a great voice, good catchy lyrics. I was happy to get this, and this is on black vinyl. So I got 2 different labels. That's kind of cool. And one of the band members did a little write-up on it. Kind of touching. Too much to read, but I definitely recommend it if you can find it. Yeah, so I was happy to find that. Another one on my list of, I wasn't originally going to get this, but I heard one of the songs just before Black Friday, and I thought it sounded pretty cool. And it's Kirk Hammett from Metallica, the guitarist, and it's just a solo musical. There's no vocals in it, instrumental, and it's actually, I thought it was pretty cool. It supposedly, well, it's okay, EP, 4 songs. Maiden and the Monster, The Gin, High Plains Drifter, which was the song I heard, and it sounds a lot like Iron Maiden. It's got that kind of galloping riff, and I believe maybe Adrian Smith or one of the fucking guitarists, I think, to help him do it or something like that. But it's pretty cool. It's good kind of background music if you're doing something, but it's not going to last long because it's 2 songs per side. And another Record Store Day exclusive because, and this is what I think 6,500. It was first released on Record Store Day, and for that they made a colored vinyl, which is sea blue, I guess, like the ocean or ocean blue. It's a very kind of dark greenish blue. It's cool. So I was happy to get it. It sounds pretty cool. You know, if you're a big Maiden fan, obviously you're probably gonna want it. But you know, it's maybe an acquired taste if you don't like instrumentals. But it's pretty cool. And the next thing, this was kind of a spur of the moment buy. Every year there's always one that'll catch my eye and I'll end up maybe grabbing one or two things, and this was one of them. And this is LA Guns, and this is what the Waking the Dead album. And let's see, first time on vinyl, the 2002 classic, which I dropped off their music long before this came out, but I don't know why I'd call this a classic, but it's got 3 of the classic members from, I should say, the classic lineup. So you got Phil Lewis, Tracy Guns, and Steve Riley, and Adam Hamilton, who I have no idea who that is. I'm assuming he plays the bass, because I see the original bass player isn't on there, nor is the other rhythm guitarist. And let's see, features OK Let's Roll, Red, White, and Blue, Splatter Edition, and download card. And this is another RSD first, so I'm assuming this will be re-released in black or different colors. 4,000 copies of this. But I don't know, I used to be a pretty big fan of LA Guns. So I went ahead and got it, and the vinyl's pretty cool looking. The album is not that bad. It doesn't have a lot of catchy songs like their first 2 albums, or first 3, but so pretty cool. It's got their pictures on either side of the label, but yeah, not bad. Little pricey. I think that one was like $30, but I've seen it as low as 25 depending on the store. But just not sure what you're gonna find, so I grabbed what I thought would probably be gone. And speaking of the trades, this was part of the trade with my friend. I got the Muffs, and he grabbed this one for me, and this is the Vince Guaraldi Trio, and this is the baseball theme from Peanuts. And I collected, I think there's like 2 other ones. I know there's a Christmas one that they did on like Black Friday, white vinyl. So I couldn't help myself. I had to have this one. But yeah, this is, you know, who doesn't like Snoopy? So I thought that was pretty cool. And let's see, the other one I got was, this might have been part of the trade too, Foo Fighters. I don't know if I'm gonna even listen to this. I have the last album. I didn't really care for it. I think I got caught up with the whole Taylor Hawkins death and thought it would be cool to have. But I'm assuming it's black vinyl. I haven't opened it and probably won't. It'll just be part of the collection. But yeah, I just wanted to share these things with you. I know I'm pretty late on it, but those were my finds. Not a huge haul, but it doesn't take much to rack up a hefty bill either. But I pretty much got what I wanted. There was maybe a couple others I would have liked to have had, but they weren't. They were more of a want than a need. But so that's about it. Hope you liked it. I hope everyone else got what they wanted for Record Store Day. And that's it. Thanks for watching.